Oh, wait, I have to correct this. The title
What?
is wrong.
Title is right.
Is incorrect.
No, the title is correct.
No, it's AI.
No, it's not.
It is Afraid, AI.
Oh, okay. Are we going to have to put money on this one?
No, don't. Just
we have to put money on this one? Because I can
Just
easily
go with
show
it.
you.
Alan,
I can easily
just go
show
with it.
you.
No.
Let's bring up. Here's the IMDb page for Afraid. And as you can see, the movie is titled Afraid.
But the way
And then
they do
underneath
the
of it, it says original title of Afraid. And if you go to the posters and if you go to the Blumhouse website, it's Afraid.
I'll change it.
God.
I can't believe it. Fine.
Yeah, see, I
once
went in and
right.
corrected things.
For once, you're right. Okay, wait. Get the poster. What do you do? Wait, come on.
What?
The poster. What? Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Poster. So you're the one who made me have to go on. So look at that. It's all caps. It's one word.
Let's talk about the movie Afraid with AI highlighted in red in the title. This is a film about John Cho is a guy named Curtis, has a family. He's got a lovely wife, a teenage daughter, a young son, and an even younger son, a son who's like probably 5 years old?
Yeah.
4 or 5 years old. He works for a marketing company, a small boutique agency, and this company is making an AI device called Aya that is a talking AI that can handle your bills, that can take care of the kids, that can give kids points if they behave, get them to do the dishes, and just like a family helper, right? So he meets the people who run this company, including the head of the company, played by David Desmalchin, as a character named Lightning. He also meets a young woman named Melody, who works for the company, and they learn about this device, Aya. It can solve all your problems. And they introduce the device to their home, and it works. Meredith, as the mom, played by Catherine Waterston, loves it. Like, the AI is taking care of the kids, helping around the house, helping with bills, even helping her with her thesis project. Curtis is a little standoffish. Young Iris teenage Iris has problems with a boy who puts out a video of her that gets her in a huge source of embarrassment. A deep fake porn video that comes out, and Aya fixes the problem. But in the fixing of the problem creates more problems. As it continues, this AI device is dangerous. Only Curtis, played by John Cho, is suspicious of this device. Look, this is like a cheesy horror film that I found entertaining. Okay, I like John Cho, like to see him in this. I thought it's also, the movie's short. It's like 90 minutes, quick in and out. It almost reminds me of like a I don't know, like a PG rated horror film that kids would find scary. I enjoyed it. I like the twist at the end. There's a really good twist I won't reveal, that I thought was really well played, and always good to see David Desmalchin turn up in anything. He's very good. So I liked it. It gets like a 6.5 from me, a barely recommend. And here's what's really scary about AI. Everything in the movie is possible with AI. Everything. What they're showing in the film, with the exception of one thing at the end that was a stretch, but everything leading up to the ending was like, oh, AI can do that now. This is not a stretch. It's showing what can happen with AI. And I enjoyed it as like a cheesy horror movie that the whole family can see. It's not R-rated, but I quite enjoyed the film. And it gets a barely a recommend from me, like I say, 6.5 or so. Alan, what did you think of Afraid?
Yes, I liked it just slightly less than you did, but recommend for me two things that I really liked about this movie. John Cho, Catherine Waterston as the parents.
They're
John
real.
Cho, I love
real.
it because John Cho is he's very much a dad.
Yes.
He's very much the fierce protector of his family. Catherine Waterston, she kind of gets suckered in by the AI at one point, but she's also a good mother in this movie. I love their performances. I also love the kids in the sense of, wow, they got kids who can actually act at three different age levels.
Yes,
and,
the young kid was great.
Yeah.
He's like 5. He was really good.
Yeah. Second thing I liked was the premise of the AI. Could the AI do this? And essentially what the AI in this movie does, it's a grooming. The AI grooms the entire family.
Yes.
And by grooming, I mean, it goes into the back door and tries to gain their trust. The kids, it wants to gain their trust. And for each of the 3 kids, it goes and uses a different tactic. Even the mother, even John Cho's character, it's grooming them to accept and embrace that AI is their friend, and they need them to succeed in life. And that is the entire first 2 acts of this movie, is how they get lulled into how AI can do these things. The problem I have with the movie is it just jumps the rails. To me, it jumps the rails at the end. You like the twist. I was like, a good thriller, a good horror, establishes a few loose ends at the beginning of the movie and more loose ends throughout the rest of the movie. And in this movie, it literally ties every single loose thread imaginable, and it does it in the last 15 minutes of the movie. You're gonna get whiplash at the end of the movie because it spent all this time being great, and now it needs to resolve itself, and it only has like 15 minutes to resolve itself. And for me, it was just like, okay, here we go. This is where I'm checking out of the movie. Look, like, how horror movies always start with the prologue. It's a family, and something happens to that family, which then sets up the menace of the rest of the movie. Well, they, unlike most horror movies, they actually tie up that first segment.
Well, look, what I liked about it, Chris Weitz, is it Weitz or Wheats?
Weitz,
yeah, he did the film. The tone is very good. Movie, it plays it completely straight. It plays it there's a couple jump scares, right? But the tone of the movie really works. And if you look at Chris's past work, I mean, he was a writer on About a Boy, on Rogue One, Star Wars story. He's done some very good films. So I don't know. I really like what they did with it and the tone. Like I said, a couple of weird jump scares, but I quite enjoyed. It wasn't a typical like horror film where it projects what's going to happen. It plays it grounded in a reality that makes it. I mean, it's PG-13. Okay, it's not like it's not super scary. It's kid friendly horror, but really shows you in a realistic way what can happen with AI. And I like it. Plus, I like, this is minor spoilerish. There's a guy named Alan in a mid-credit scene. There's a real kid who has a YouTube channel. His name is Alan, and he's Asian. He has a little YouTube channel. It's like a little tag in the mid-credits. I thought was really clever. So maybe I liked it more than a 6.5. Maybe I would go a 7, but very entertaining, quick in and out horror that the whole family can see. That really a warning about how AI could go too far. They even get into swatting in the film.
Yeah.
Swatting is a thing that happens, and it's used for evil. And I love that the movie really tackled everything you could be hesitant about AI and presented it in a realistic way, and how it affects every member of the family at every stage, from young to teen to adults. So it's very good. It's very good. Just not like the greatest thing ever. But I like to see like a film like this. It wasn't a big budget, right? Obviously a small film, and just a solid script and likable.
Yeah.
Like you said, John Cho and the
Catherine
mom,
Watson.
great. Yeah. So I liked it. Recommend it. Like I said, 6.5. I would bump it up to a 7 because you didn't like it as much.
Yeah, it's that third act. I think the issue is it rushed the ending, and but in terms of those first 2 acts, I was totally in, and if you're like me and don't like horror, this is a good one to watch. There are jump scares, but it's more about the sinister aspect of AI, and there are some pretty cool things that happen. Let's just put it that way. So
let's
6.5 for me.
6.5. I'll go 7 then.
Okay.
It's a horror film for the whole family.